first job. You have worked for 5 hard years and are finally an audit staff member with Copley Accounting Associates. Now that you have been with the firm for a while, it's time to conduct your first inventory observation. This video will guide you through the process of physical inventory observation and help you impress the lead partner on the audit engagement. During this video, we will be following 2 different staff members, Bob and Susie. Let's introduce them to you now. Here's Bob, a recent graduate of JMU's accounting program. He has been with the firm for less than a year and has already won the respect of many high-level partners. His hobbies include drinking Diet Cola, playing intramural frisbee, and hanging out in the man cave. This is Susie. She graduated from UVA's Commerce School with a master's degree in accounting, summa cum laude. Despite her impressive credentials, Susie has struggled to move up in the firm. She's been with the firm for over 2 years, and this is her first independent inventory observation. The first step of a physical inventory observation is advanced planning. Advanced planning is often underrated, but is critical to a successful audit. When done properly, it helps the inventory observation run more smoothly. Now you will meet the lead partner of the audit engagement. He will be getting you ready for your first inventory observation.
So next week you'll be observing the inventory of Guten Tag Soccer Shop. One of the most important things you should do is first get their permission to come and observe their inventory. This way they can ask you to come back later or say it's not a good time to audit.
Hello, Mr. Guten Tag. It's Bob from Copley Accounting Associates. I'm calling. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second.
Need those reports, Bob.
All right, I'll get them to you. Sorry, that was the boss. I was just calling to find out when a good time to come inspect your inventory would be. All right, the 24th. Sounds good. I'll be there bright and early.
Now let's see how Susie is doing. Although cleanliness is next to godliness, Susie should be a little bit more focused on her upcoming inventory observation.
Once you have established a date with the client, you'll need to familiarize yourself with their inventory counting methods and review them for completeness. Does that make sense?
You may be wondering, what will I see on the client's inventory counting instructions? You will find names of client personnel responsible for the count, date and time of inventory count, instructions for the handling of obsolete or damaged items, and instructions for the use of tags. Bob's acquainting himself with Guten Tag Soccer Shop's inventory counting instructions. This will make it easier for Bob to notice any deviations from protocol. Bob is well on his way to a successful inventory observation. Let's move on to Susie. Uh-oh. Although good grooming habits are important, her time might be better spent reviewing the inventory counting instructions. Now back to the boss for some final words.
You should be familiar with the client's inventory. This way you can look for items that may be obsolete or damaged. You should also determine materiality levels.
Now that you're done planning, you're ready to begin field work. The first thing you will do is observe client personnel, take in inventory counts, and watch for compliance with instructions. Let's watch our 2 staff members as they start field work.
Hi, Mr. Guten Tag. How are you doing today?
Hey Susie, what are you doing here? I wasn't expecting you till the 24th.
Oh my, I'm so sorry. Can I still observe the inventory today?
Yes, that would be fine. Follow me to the back.
Ah, thanks.
That was even awkward for me, and I'm just the narrator. Now let's watch Bob. This eager beaver got the date right and was punctual.
Hey, Mr. Guten Tag. How are you doing today?
Hi there, Bob. You're right on time. We're all ready for the inventory observation.
All right, let's get started.
Now that's how it's done. Things to know. One of the more important procedures is to take test counts. The auditor should test in both directions by going from sheet to floor and from floor to sheet. Sheet to floor is the more important of the two because it addresses the existence assertion and will help catch any overstatement. Floor to sheet tests completeness, which is not as much of a priority when auditing inventory. Things to know. The next step is to inspect the tags and to make sure all tag numbers are accounted for. Our auditors noticed that some of Mr. Gutentag's tags are missing. Let's see how they handle the situation.
Oh, I noticed tags 90 and 95 are missing. Where are those?
They're not here. They must be in the back somewhere.
Oh, okay. I'll just take your word for it. I'll mark them down for you.
Now the right way.
I noticed tags 90 through 95 aren't here. Can you show me where those items are?
Oh, they're not here? They must be in the back.
Alright, I'll need to see those.
Of course. '91 through 95.
Alright, let me check these out for a minute. Alright, looks good to me.
Good thing Bob asked to see those missing tags. On his way back, he noticed this stack of boxes. They looked like they hadn't been touched in years, so he thought it'd be a good idea to inquire with Mr. Gutentag about them.
Mr. Gutentag, how long have you had this inventory for?
I think since before the war started.
Do you know what it's valued at on your books?
By full cost, of course.
Well, I think since you haven't sold it in 5 years, we're going to have to write it down.
You're the auditor.
He's the auditor indeed. Now, more things to know. You need to remember not all the inventory you see necessarily belongs to the client. Inquiry may not be enough if the client has held consigned inventory in the past. Let's watch as our auditors address this issue.
This may sound like a dumb question, but is this entire inventory yours?
Yeah.
If you say so, you seem like a nice guy.
Because Bob did his research, he knows Mr. Gutentag has held consignment inventory in the past. Not only did he inquire, but he also called Mr. Gutentag's previous consignors to confirm that Mr. Gutentag had the rights to all of his inventory. Before we head back to the office, let's review some other problems you may face. In some cases, you may have trouble evaluating the quality or grade of inventory, for example with diamonds or lumber. In this case, you will need to employ the help of a specialist. Next, some of the client's inventory may be located off-premises. If this off-site inventory is material or the client has poor internal controls, you may want to visit the location.
Hey sir, here's all my work from the Gutentag Soccer Shop inventory observation.
Thanks, I'll look over it.
Alright, thanks.
Congratulations, Bob. You have a bright future ahead of you, unlike Miss Susie Cum Laude.
I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Ooh, all this is giving me a headache.
Do you think it could be a tumor?
It is not a tumor!